Last time on Hasta, Alaska, we escaped winter and explored the whole of Baja California, Mexico, where we had an incredible adventure, learnt a lot about desert life, and got adopted by the Tijuana Volkswagen Club. This time, we have to cross the whole of the state of California. We have the vehicle, but it's a long way and we don't want to make the journey alone. So who can we meet on the road and convince to jump in the back of our Kombi? For the past few years, we've more or less followed the Pan American Highway north along the Pacific coast, and although the US is made up of many interesting states, we simply don't have the time to see them all. So the plan is to spend the spring months crossing the USA from south to north along the Pacific. The aim of this project is to share our Kombi with the people we meet, so we weren't going to make the journey north alone. Sarah, a girl from Finland, had heard about a Kombi travelling north because she'd seen a video of ours in a hostel in Guatemala, so she decided to fly up and join the adventure. Is that how you say your name, Sarah?
Yeah, you would say Sara in Finnish, but
That's
Sarah.
not going to happen. Apparently this is what I have to deal with every day. Elvish music in the morning to wake up to. Not that impressed, actually.
Oh, come on.
Give me that thing. It's not the cultural experience I signed up for.
I have no clean underwear left.
And that is how the day has started. This is my Finnish roommate for the day. Dude, you gotta give me a minute, I'm changing my pants. We'd already spent quite a bit of time cruising around SoCal.
There's an air-cooled engine, there's no water.
There's no water in it.
It's too early in the morning.
So we wanted to see what Northern California was all about. So we put some miles on the Kombi. Even though we were crushing the miles on our journey north, there was no way that we were going to miss the chance to go back through the almighty Big Sur.
Welcome to my garden.
And then time will tell if we all doing well.
This is way, way better than LA. Freshwater Creek. Nobody in the ocean.
Way too cold to be in the ocean.
Sunshine, California.
How's Kombi life going?
Fine. Just cleaning up their coffee mega thingy.
How do you feel about this campsite compared to LA?
This is awesome. Probably one of the best camping sites I've ever been to. I'm from Finland, so we've got nature.
Time lost and found to a radical beat. Time has no meaning, just a radical sound.
So Ben, I'm really tired of making the food on the side of the road. This is really not cool. I miss my kitchen. I miss the view to the next apartment building from my kitchen.
For those of you that don't understand sarcasm, Sarah is joking. But you know, the van life isn't for everyone. I'm sure there's plenty of you who are watching this video who would hate to wake up in a tiny, messy, one-room house.
Go exploring.
But let me tell you, it does have some advantages. About midway up California, we realised just how big the state is, so we decided to pick up more travellers to help with the gas. I put Sarah in charge of expanding the Kombi crew, and she found Rosa, who also just so happens to be from Finland. Now, Finland is a pretty small country with just over 5 million people, so the chances of Alaska and I finding ourselves living in a Kombi with two Finnish girls that didn't previously know each other is extremely rare.
It's like winning the lottery.
Twice.
I'm not sure. See how it is tomorrow. See whether I won the lottery or I want to shoot myself in the face.
You're really going swimming? You're crazy. Nuts. I didn't even want to go with my wetsuit on. Yeah, I need to man up. How was it?
Super nice.
Chilly?
Too warm.
A little bit too warm.
Yeah, should be frozen at least.
You Nordic people are crazy.
Just like back home. You feel kind of like alive after you do that.
You feel warm.
Yeah. Makes
Like-
your blood circulate.
We both smell better anyway. Alaska. Alaska.
¿Cómo estás, chica?
Oh, there was definite tongue touching there. How much do you love living in a VW bus? The ever-expanding Kombi crew approached San Francisco. This was as far north as we'd made it before we decided to retreat to spend a winter in Baja California. So from here on, it's virgin territory for us as we inch closer to Alaska and the Arctic. This was the last major city that we'd passed through in California, so Sarah found another Kombi crew member.
Hello?
You're gonna have to tell me your name because I can't say it.
It's Svea.
Svea
Yes.
from Estonia.
Yes.
This is your stuff.
Yes.
Welcome to the Kombi.
Thank you.
Alaska seems to be licking you, so
Yeah.
you're officially accepted. I also met up with Dan, an old adventure buddy from the start of my travels over half a decade earlier.
If you look down, he still has both of his feet.
Luckily, thanks to this guy right here. Only because of this guy right here.
I'm not
Otherwise,
taking
I'd
credit for it.
Be on crutches right now.
But we did have a kind of close encounter with the jungle motorbike bamboo spear going through your foot kind in Laos.
It's true. I still walk with a limp.
Really?
Not really. Kind of. Maybe. Sure. Why not?
It was great to see Dan again, and it was also interesting to see the different routes that our lives had taken since we were both travelling in Southeast Asia.
I think it's funny that for the last like 6 years since we met, or 5 years since we met, however long it was, like now you're a rocket scientist and you live in this awesome pad and I'm a bum and I live in my bus. Up and then down and up and down.
Dan showed us around his hometown. Let me tell you, San Francisco is a difficult place to drive around in any vehicle, but just try doing that in an old Kombi. And it isn't made any easier with all four-way stops, I'll tell you.
Why? Stop. I have to stop.
Oh boy. I mean, most people crest the hill. Honestly, right? I mean, you don't stop like.
I don't want to break the law. I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
I don't want you to either. I don't want to get thrown in jail.
Not gonna
Arrested
make
for
it.
being like a vagabond or whatever.
So like you literally have to like stop here.
You go right.
Driving across the Golden Gate Bridge was something I've wanted to do since I was a child. It was an epic landmark and an unforgettable milestone on this never-ending journey. The moment was perfect. Well, almost.
Jesus Christ. You okay?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm totally.
You okay?
So ashamed. I'm so ashamed.
You okay?
Yeah, we're just. Yeah, we're great.
Oh my god.
What the hell just happened, man?
Accident.
You just fell out the bus in the middle of the freaking road. How did that happen? That's not cool. What have we learned today?
Do not lean on doors.
Do not lean or open doors whilst vehicle in motion. You will fall out on the highway. Jesus.
Don't do this. Don't try this at
Do
home.
not try this at home. Go on, let's get out of here, come on.
So Sarah leaned against the doors and she fell out, and I attempted to rescue her, which caused me to fall out too. So yeah, maybe it wasn't the best idea.
So I went up and did the peace sign.
You didn't? You made the peace sign in the traffic? Oh my god, whatever will people think? She's actually quite respectable. This girl here is writing her law thesis whilst she's travelling in a VW bus. She's, you know, she's going to be a lawyer. She's a respectable member of society. This girl here is a doctor from Estonia. This girl over here is a journalist from Finland. This is an explorer from Peru. And I'm just a bum that lives in a bus.
We turned our focus to the remaining miles and promises of adventure in nature in Northern California. Despite hitting a few bumps in the road, literally, the Kombi crew's spirits were exceedingly high.
Let's go.
Breakfast scene.
We're not living in America. No, we're not. Sorry.
Not living in America. We're not living in America.
Yes you are. Yes you are.
If this scene wasn't before 10 AM in the morning, you could be forgiven for thinking that we'd been drinking, but we were saving that for the next day.
He's in wine country.
Chris had been following our journey via Facebook and reached out to us to invite us in for a drink in the wine-producing region of Sonoma County. When people invite us into their home, we never know who we'll be with, but having a full Kombi entourage didn't seem to bother Chris, and he and his wife Amy showed us incredible Californian hospitality.
I'll taste to adventure.
Adventure.
Take your chances.
Beth's been teaching us how to speak English. And proper Queen's English.
Proper English, isn't it? I'm not exactly a very good example.
Example.
I'm a terribly poor example, ladies. You really shouldn't follow my example. Just put the blade in here like this, and then in the corner.
Yeah,
And
in
then
the corner.
Yeah, like on the edge, and then you just hit it down.
By this time the girls were fully settled into Kombi life. It takes a little time to initiate each new member into the crew, and honestly it can get quite tiring. But these girls were a pleasure to travel with, and they worked together like a finely tuned Volkswagen. Whatever one of those is. The further north we got, the less people we found, and there were more empty waves to go around. Point Arena was a beautiful slice of country and yet another town which I could quite happily call home, if I didn't already live in a Kombi, that is. The water gets pretty cold by this point, so bath time in the Kombi was a little bit of a challenge. But as usual, the girls showed me how to man up. Finding free places to camp also gets easier the further north you venture.
How's your own private bedroom?
Great.
Not very roomy though.
Yeah, small.
You need to be to fit in here.
The best way actually was to put my butt like this, so it holds it. So then, yeah, I don't fall to the floor.
You mean your butt has been touching my steering wheel all night?
Yes.
2 is the ideal number of people to sleep in the back of a Kombi, by the way. 3 is fine too if you don't mind the obligatory human spoon train, but 4 is just pushing it.
Libre.
Morning. We didn't want to sleep in a van last night, so here we are.
Hammocking opportunities were plentiful by this point because Northern California is blessed with some of the best trees in the world.
How did you sleep, Sophia?
Well,
Yeah? You like hammocking?
Yeah.
Do you like waking up in a hammock?
I do.
Especially underneath a massive redwood tree.
This is crazy.
By the time we descended from the heights of the Redwoods to the magical Lost Coast, California's most remote and undeveloped stretch of coastline, we were 2 Kombi crew members down. Which was a shame because Sarah now needed a new member for hippie band practice.
Okay, so we are on our way to get 2 new persons to Kombi, and they are 3 boys! I'm so excited.
Not cool. Once again, I left Sarah in charge of getting who is coming into the Kombi. So the glory days of the girls is over.
And the glory days of me and 3 boys are coming right up. I'm so excited. I just can't hide. Yes, things have certainly changed in the Kombi this week.
As it turns out, having Mateo in the Kombi crew was a real blessing. We recorded a Kombi session music video to share his incredible talent with you. Be sure to check it out at the end of this video.
Good morning. How did you sleep?
Yeah, perfect.
This is why we don't want to leave California, because it is so beautiful.
Our last days in the state were spent exploring more awesome nature, poking our Kombi down little used roads and living rich in every sense of the word.
These trees are as old as sheep.
We spent quite a bit of our time in the US in the state of California, and it's been time well invested. But now we must close this chapter and push on north. Oregon is calling. Next time on Hasta, Alaska, we discover that they do things a little differently in Oregon. Alaska sees snow for the first time in her life, We wake up in some incredible places and lots more. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can join us on the adventure and you never miss an episode.